Hello wonderful human beings and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Remy and I share lots of vegan recipes and tips to help you live well, and we're in the kitchen because we're gonna do some cooking today. I don't do too many cook-alongs, but this is one of those weird recipes where I don't know how it's gonna go and I just kind of feel like I need a friend to talk me through it. Normally I FaceTime my boyfriend to talk to him while I'm doing things in the kitchen, but he's busy. So unfortunately for you guys, you're gonna have to listen to all of my nonsensical thinking out loud. We are making this viral TikTok recipe. I hesitate to say it's the new tortilla hack because I still see people posting those videos. I have not succumbed to that tortilla hack, mostly because I just couldn't think of any way to make it creative and put my own spin on it, and everyone else did such a great job. But I saw this pasta on TikTok the other day and I was telling my boyfriend about it and he knew what it was, which is crazy because he doesn't really scroll TikTok. Apparently it's a feta pasta that was so popular in Finland that they sold out of feta cheese. Obviously feta cheese isn't vegan and I haven't seen anyone do a vegan version yet. So I bought some vegan feta cheese and we're gonna try it. And knowing how fast people work on the freaking internet, by the time I upload this video, I'm pretty sure somebody else will have done this. We're also gonna make it gluten-free, and I'm gonna show you the TikTok that I'm talking about just in case you're like, what is a feta pasta? So it's kind of genius. Basically what you do is make a sauce out of roasted tomatoes. So you put your tomatoes into a pan with some olive oil seasoning, and then you add a block of feta right in the center. I think you add like oregano is what I see people adding so far, salt, pepper, the works, and then you throw it in the oven. That gets all roasty and then you boil and strain your pasta separately and just toss it in, smash it up, and like that's your sauce. I mean, it sounds good to me. I've never been a big feta person myself, but I feel like we need to do it for the culture. I mean, what's not to like about it? It's roasted tomatoes. It's great when you put them in the oven because they get like juicy and kind of explode, and then you've got the whole damn block of feta cheese. I don't see where this could go wrong. I'm gonna preheat the oven to 400 while we prepare the ingredients. The ingredients are simple. We've got some cherry tomatoes, some olive oil, which I am actually running low on, so a little bit worried about that. I'm using this one from Brightland, which I love. We've got salt and pepper, of course, lots of garlic, some feta cheese. This is a vegan one I'm using from Violife. Love this brand, they make great cheese. Some oregano and fresh basil. And then pasta. For pasta, I'm gonna use this red lentil pasta spiral shape. I really like this pasta, and I think it'll look really nice. And it also has a really nice amount of some plant protein, so it makes this more of a balanced dish in my opinion. I saw someone on TikTok make this with whole cloves of garlic with the skin on, which I love. That's delicious and such a good way to roast garlic, but I feel like chopping it will give the dish more flavor. And then I think the original video that I showed you guys, that person just tossed in raw minced garlic at the end, but I prefer roasted, so I'm gonna do like a fusion of the two recipes. I don't think this is really like a strict recipe anyway as it is, so I mean nothing about this is like the original. We're going vegan and gluten-free. Let me know in the comments if you prefer roasted or raw garlic. I think there's a time and place for both, but today it's roasted. Also, I love this knife and cutting board. I've been using it so much recently. It's from Equal Parts, and I'm gonna post a video with my top kitchen equipment. It's a little bit delayed, but in the video I talk about how having a sharp knife is key, and I stand by that. It really makes a huge difference. I think I'm gonna do just like a very lazy, no, so boring. Nobody needs to see me chop garlic. You know what? I'm feeling a little lazy, so I'm just gonna smash the hell out of the garlic and put them in like that, because that'll be enough to kind of break it down a little, but also I don't have to do the chopping because I am feeling a little lazy. And you know, garlic does get very soft once you roast it. So cherry tomatoes in, give them a little spread. It's not tomato season right now, but these look pretty good. And I always love a good tomato. Is there gonna be space in here for the feta cheese? I'm gonna add the garlic in also. Our vegan feta, this is from Violife. I made a mini square so we could actually fit this in here because it's looking a little crowded. All right, that's all nice and cozy in there. Then we season, and now we add olive oil. I'm actually running kind of low, so hopefully this is enough. Already looks so pretty, doesn't it? I mean, how could this not be good? Garlic, olive oil, tomatoes, herbs, cheese? Let me not jinx it, but I feel like this is gonna be a win. Oops, I forgot salt and pepper. Now we're gonna pop this in the oven. The tomatoes and garlic and all that stuff is in the oven already. It smells actually so good already, and I love the smell of fresh basil. I love it a little too much. It's not basil season either. It's really not the season for this recipe at all. But I'm gonna chop this basil up so that I can sprinkle it on top and have it ready to go when the tomatoes are ready. And because the pasta that I'm using doesn't really take too much time to cook, I think I'm gonna boil it when the oven's at like maybe 5 or 10 minutes left. The thing about TikTok food is I feel like the more approachable something is, the more willing people are to make it. I mean, there's a crowd for everyone on TikTok. There really is. When people shit on TikTok, you just need to give it a chance, because I was one of those people. I thought that, first of all, I was too old for TikTok. Then I realized there are vegans on the app too. Why am I waving the knife? I'm gonna put that down. There are vegans on the app too, and people love food, so I just started sharing my recipes there, and I mean, it's going well. I honestly feel like my TikTok is overtaking my YouTube account, and I think it probably will, but I enjoy it. It's the only app that actually makes me laugh out loud. And if you're older and you're watching this and you're like, it's not for me, trust me when I tell you, there are people of all ages on the app. Like, there's a 35 and up TikTok. There's like, I don't know, you'll find the right people. It's weirdly smart, probably because our phones are spying on us, but it knows what you're interested in. So just give it a little time and your For You page genuinely becomes stuff that you probably will enjoy seeing. I've made some cool friends on the app too, which has been kind of fun. I feel like everybody lives in LA that does TikTok. Because, you know, the other thing is there aren't that many content creators in general in New York, besides like fashion and beauty, which is not my thing, if you couldn't tell here in my sweatshirt. We've got 3 minutes on the timer. The water is boiling, so I'm gonna cook this pasta. All right, the tomatoes are ready. Oh my God, that smells good. You see that bubbling? Okay. So as you can see, the cheese completely melted, which I actually think will make it easier to stir it up later. But I guess if you're using Violife Feta, I would reduce the oven time to maybe something about like 20 minutes instead of 30. So this is the fun part. We're just gonna smush it. Let's add the fresh basil. This will thicken up as it cools as well, so don't worry if your feta completely melted like mine. And now we add the pasta and stir. I'm actually, whoop, it smells real good. Let's add some extra basil on top and some salt and pepper. And ta-da, this is the final result. Look at how creamy that is. It's so creamy, it's already starting to thicken up a little bit. Yum. So this is it, we did it. I was kind of worried that the feta wouldn't melt, but I think I was a little too worried because it melted completely. So lesson learned, if you make this, cut your baking time down to about 20 minutes, but it will firm up naturally anyway as it's cooling, and I think it's just as delicious this way. Let's give it the official taste test. Oh my God, this is hot. That is so good. Yeah, I like that. Final thoughts, this is delicious. Obviously it's very easy to put together, as you guys saw. Hands-on time is pretty minimal. You do have to wait for it in the oven, and I got a little bit impatient for 30 minutes, but I guess if we're gonna do it this way with the Violife, it'd be 20 minutes, so not too bad. The only thing I will say is, if you're gonna make this dish, the feta block can be a little pricey because it is a specialty vegan item, so just keep that in mind. I don't know how it would compare to the price of regular dairy feta, but I'm assuming it'd be just like a little bit more expensive most likely. But all in all, I feel like this would be such a good dish for like a date night, a lazy dinner. You could eat this with your family and make a big dish. I made kind of like a mini size dish today because I live alone, but I'm gonna actually put this recipe on the blog. I don't think most of you will need step-by-step instructions and quantities, but I know some people like that. So I'm gonna put that on the blog for you guys if you're interested. The link will be in the description box below. Alrighty friends, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave me a comment below and let me know that you liked it, because I can make more cook-along videos like this. Let me know if you've tried this trend, vegan or not. I'm just curious to see how quickly people take on TikTok trends. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell button and give this video a like if you liked it, because it really supports my channel. I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!